I first met John at the station during an interview, and I was impressed with his focus on improving our schools and making our streets safe. And I'm honored to be here tonight to support him as he announces his candidacy for mayor of Boston.
I think it's appropriate that tonight's event is in the Parker House, and I'll tell you why. Because the Parker House is the oldest hotel in America, and it represents one of Boston's great periods. And it's this good marriage between the new Boston, which we see here tonight, the diverse Boston, and some of the great things that we love about old Boston. I think that's what's great about John, is he wants to usher in a new era, but also preserve what's good and old and what we love about the city. Tonight, another chapter in history is being written here at the Parker House, and that chapter is a change. A new era in Boston is starting right here with our next mayor of Boston, John Connolly. I've just been blown away by his openness, his interest in learning, and he wants to bring change. He wants to bring a bright new future to Boston. Real support of entrepreneurs. Reaching out to entrepreneurs and tech leaders, which John plans to do. Supporting the arts. No one knows education in this city who's going to change things better than John. And he's done co work with groups like Pride and ABCD. He believes in diversity, he believes in rights for everyone, and because John has the vision, the excitement, and the talent, that's going to change. The turnout is going to be massive for John.
I'm asking you to join me tonight supporting John Connolly so he can continue to fight the good fight as mayor of Boston. He not only had a vision, he had and has the heart, commitment, and passion to make a real difference. He's a family man, a loving father and husband. He is a neighbor and friend, and he is my mentor.
When John told me he was thinking of running for mayor, it made sense to me. It actually seemed like a no-brainer, and this surprises most people. But once I came to know and love John, I understood that he is inseparable from his passion for Boston, for the people of Boston, and especially for the education of Boston's children. And when you know and love this city, you know that at this time, Boston needs a leader who's ready and willing to meaningfully transform our schools. It's my great pleasure to introduce my husband and the next mayor of Boston, John Connolly.
My name is John Connolly, and I'm running for mayor of Boston. And I'm running for mayor to transform our public schools, to bring a more inclusive, open culture to City Hall, and to usher in a new era of innovation across the city of Boston that puts us in the lead when it comes to creating safe, healthy, and livable neighborhoods. Mayor Menino's love for this city is unquestionable. I have deep respect for him, I've worked with him, and I've learned from him. Rather, for me, this campaign is about Boston's future and a need for new ideas, new energy, and new leadership. In Boston, there's a real world, and there is City Hall Rules, the best reality show that's not on TV. In City Hall Rules, getting a park permit online means printing a PDF and then hand delivering it. In City Hall Rules, an expectant couple trying to move from an apartment to a house can get their zoning approvals, but then has to wait 3 months for the permits to be mailed while their lease runs out and their baby is born. A real call to my office. Too often, City Hall operates in a manner that's about who you know rather than who you are. And too often, City Hall makes a decision about a new idea based on who will get credit and not who will benefit from it. We should have a city government that nurtures, fosters, and taps into all of our advantages to create a spirit of innovation that values every Bostonian and helps us to work together to seek the full potential of our city. We should be the city leading the way in ending health disparities, ending violence, and breaking cycles of poverty. We should be ahead of every other American city. As mayor, I'll bring anyone and everyone to the table. Law enforcement, street workers, youth workers, ministers, mental health professionals, domestic violence advocates, leaders in our health centers, community centers, recovery houses, foundations. If you have an idea, I want you at the table. Together, we'll create a bold, comprehensive plan aimed at better connecting our public health resources with our public safety resources, with our housing resources, to ensure safe and healthy neighborhoods for everyone in this city. You shouldn't have to know a politician to get access to a bed in a recovery house. As part of this strategy, I'll ensure a more inclusive, diverse Boston Police Department that reflects the city it protects. As mayor, I'll work with every partner available to develop a strategy to keep Boston competitive by focusing on ways to link job creation with retaining families and retaining young talent. And we should always be mindful that Facebook and Microsoft and countless others were born here but did not grow up here. Transforming schools remains the cornerstone of this campaign because Boston's future starts with our schools, and this matters for every Bostonian. The success of our schools directly impacts every issue and challenge I've mentioned tonight. I'm about supporting any idea that will help make every school a high-quality school.